Traders have this confusion, retail traders in particular, and they ask themselves, how can we know what instruments big banks and institutions are buying for the week? Are they buying dollar? Are they buying GBP? Are they buying euro, Aussie, gold, or oil? Which one are they buying more? And also, which one are they selling more? Now, this is where commitment of traders comes into play, and a lot of traders don't understand how to use commitment of traders the right way, or even how to analyze or how to overlay that on the charts. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how professional traders use commitment of traders with Excel sheets. Mind you, it's not something very difficult. You don't need to be an expert in data analysis to understand this. Just very basic something, and I'm going to show you guys with my Excel sheet how I use COT report and how professional traders on trading floors of proprietary trading desk and a hedge fund use COT reports to position themselves in the market and trade alongside big banks and institutions. So stay right into this video right to the end, because you are going to be learning a lot from this video. And if this video turns out to be helpful to you, which I know is going to be, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video to more traders, because it's going to be helpful. Kudos, a lot of storing traders out there. So see you right into the video. So welcome into the computer screen, and we're going to be starting immediately. And the first thing we do is to go to the COT websites, the commitment of traders websites, where you get this data from. So you could type COT reports, and the website you're going to choose is the one that says Commitment of Traders, CFTC, Commodity Futures Trading Commission. All right, this is an organization from the United States of America, whereby every big bank and institutions come to drop their position every week on Tuesday, and this data gets released on Friday. And sometimes they release it the following week, Monday, by 8:30 p.m. or by 9:30 p.m., depending on the time zone during that period. It usually changes, but I think now it's usually being released by 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. Okay, I'm talking about Nigerian time. So you click on that, and here you can see commitment of traders, and the one we can see on our screen right here is report dated 23rd of June. That is last week, Tuesday. So if you look at my screen right here, I try to open the calendar. So you can see 23rd was on Tuesday. Okay. The next one that the big banks are going to be submitting is on the 30th of June. But that of last week was released on the 26th of June by 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. And the next one is going to be released on the 3rd of July by 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. So the institution submits these data on Tuesday, and it's released on Friday. All right, that's same week. Okay, so it's a little bit of lagging, but we still use it because it's not that easy to change the overall trend of the market. Still very crucial and important. Always moving into the new week with these informations. So, and I will take us right through the one we select here. We can have a lot of exchanges, that trade on different instruments and commodities. We have the Chicago Board of Trade, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, where we get most of the data or reports for the almost every major currency out there. But for the United States dollar, we get it from the ICE Futures US. So let me annotate right there for you to see it. The ICE Futures US. This is where we get the reports, of the institutional holding for the United States dollar. And I'm going to be opening it and also be showing you how to do that. So here, if you want to get the data for the United States dollar, you go to ICE US Futures and click on short formats. Mind you, everything you are going to be clicking on is short formats. Okay. So when you click on short formats, it's going to open. So you can see a lot of instruments right here. For those who trade commodities, I do trade commodities as well. So you can see cotton, frozen, concentrated orange juice, cocoa, sugar, and the rest of them, coffee, and the demand. What you're going to see is non-commercial and commercial. So our focus is on non-commercials. Okay, non-commercial is talking about liquid funds, that's big bank institutions, those who speculate in the market. Okay, this is the data we are concerned about. So now, but you don't need to begin to scroll and look for, ask yourself, okay, where can I find the United States dollar? Yes, Here, if you know a little bit, you're going to see the USD index, so which is what we are going to be using. But how about when we want to get other currencies and when we go to the Chicago Mercantile Exchange? You can't just get those currencies with a few scroll. So all you just need to do is just on your keyboard, hold Control and F. F simply means control find. So you can see the last instrument I typed was JPY. So I backspace and now type USD. So you can see it took me directly to US. You can see so you can see an orange color that just appeared there if I try to annotate that on the chart. So I'm going to remove that right away. So you can see, so now we are focusing on long and short position. Now this is where a lot of traders get it all wrong. So what they do every week is just to come and look out for the changes and from the long and the short. Every week this is what they do, but just looking at this data alone, it's not enough. It's very, very wrong. So this is where our Excel sheet comes into play, because we need to have some sort of historical data and also some sort of trend analysis of the COT reports. All right. So if I go to my Excel sheet, so you can see where I have a detailed information where I even combine the data to give me the institutional holding of each currency pair. Okay. So you can see here for each week, the last one that I released, the 23rd of June, 2026. So you can see the there. So the currencies all listed here. You can see the longs, the shorts, and I also have the change long and the change short. Now, the COT report on the website is just giving you the change long and the change short. That is the only thing it's giving you. For example, if we go to the USD now, you could see it just giving you the change long. You can see longs here. You can see it's just giving you can see the information there, 3,098. And when we go to the COT report, you can see it's 3,098. You can see it also reflecting there. And when we go back to the website, for shorts, we can see 3,367, for, big bank and institution short holdings on the dollar. And when we go to Excel sheets, you can see 3,367. But it doesn't end there. We need to understand also, the change in longs in percentage and also the change in short, and actually get, to see that particular week if they're actually buying or selling the dollar. Maybe if they are taking position. You can see last week they were heavily buying the dollar and now they are gradually taking their positions. And if we go to the chart, for example, and look at currency like, you can see US, you can see how big and how massive though it was. Also, if I go to pairs like Aussie dollar and New Zealand dollar, we are also going to be seeing the massive move. All right. So this is just showing you, information of what these institutions are doing, and we are not just trading these alone. We are combining with fundamentals and technical analysis and other flow analysis like volume profile and footprint chart. But this is an essential part of understanding, if you are in line with big banks and institutions. So with all these I mentioned, if you're always watching this my videos on this channel, and make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon to get updates when I post videos on this channel. You are going to be learning a whole lot. That's going to be helping you, to be successful, in the financial markets, all for free. Okay, so you can see what New Zealand dollar is doing as prior to last week. You can see the massive move to the downside. So let's go right to back to our Excel sheet. So you can see what's happening now. You can see that's the same thing I repeat for every currency. But before I move on to other currencies, let me show you where to get that of other currencies. So you go to Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Remember, short format. So you click there, so you can see it's appears. So let's say we want to get for euro. So Control F. Remember, you backspace and remove that USD. Now euro. So the one to select is Euro FX. So what you will do to get Euro FX, type Euro, just click on the space bar and the Euro FX is going to appear. You can see the Euro FX here. You can see my cursor. So what you do is, in my Excel sheet, I copy the long position and the short position. I can see the changes, but like I said, the changes are not enough because remember we are trading in pairs. So that is the reason you can see Excel sheet, how advanced it is, because I combine the data from euro and also that of the dollar to get the current position standing of big bank and institution for euro USD. And you can also see that for every other currency right here. You can see for pound, for Aussie, New Zealand, USD card, USD Swiss, dollar yen, Aussie card, all of them, card Swiss, card yen, Swiss JPY. So, and I combine it with every other form of analysis I do to have a real bias and understanding of what I'm going to be doing moving into the new week. And you can actually follow this with your technicals. For example, this is what I mean. Okay, you know, maybe when you are looking at, let me say, I'm trying to trade like into the new week as the time of creating this video. Next week, I'm planning on taking positions on pairs like Euro AUD, for example. So now looking at Euro AUD, based on my technical concept called wave analysis, not Elliott wave analysis, price is giving me, if price has already given me a 5-wave structure, impulse correction, and then impulse. So price of almost completed. So what it simply means is that anytime soon, I'm going to be expecting a reversal, maybe after a small correction or one more up, but I'm expecting price to start pushing to the downside. Now, why am I doing that? Also to elaborate a little bit technically, here on a bigger degree, price is giving me impulse, probably a correction, impulse, and then probably a downside again. The downside again. So anytime soon, we need to fall back again. So, and if I look at that, you can see to, moving into the new week. If I go to my COT report now on the Excel sheet, the one I know, I read myself, you can see that Euro AUD went from 35. Now we are moving to 6. But you can see that last week was really, really, very strong positively. And if you look at Euro AUD, so you could see, that it bought, to the upside. And also, in terms of my fundamental, like I said, I combine this with fundamental analysis. You can see, look at the regional economic indicator side, which tells us what the economies are doing right now. You can see the rank of Euro and the rank of AUD. I'm going to talk about this in one of our, upcoming videos. So macroeconomic data. So that's one of the reasons we have why you should subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more videos. So you could see that it was 35 and now we are at 6. You can see the reason now. The strength is reducing from positive 35 now to positive 6. That means there is a decline or probably a profit taken by big bank institutions, and something you should be wary of. And prior to that 35, you can see we are at positive 11. Okay, you can see positive 11, and if we go right back into the chart, you can see there was a downside prior to the positive that's during that positive 11. You can see that is weakness, and prior to the positive 11, if you go right into the chart as well, you could see we are at positive 22. Okay, so if I go right through in the chart again, positive 22, so you can see this bullish move. All right, and prior to that, you can see we were at what, positive 20, positive 20. So you could see this gives you the clue moving to the new week how big banks and institutions are not just focused on just the individual currencies, but if you understand how to do this, you can actually understand their stance or their position holding on currency pairs. Because that is very important. We are not trading individual currencies, but we are trading them in pairs. And in our academy, this is one of the things we learn and we practice. So it's just to show you guys how to actually do this and the difference between what a lot of traders are practicing out there. So when you look at this, you can take a screenshot and you can see how I actually arranged it from change long, change short, percentage change long, and currency. And the flip. Flip is all about telling you what the information is when you combine two currencies together. And I believe this video, is very helpful. And you are going to be understanding this video when I drop, subsequent videos on fundamentals and technicals. You begin to understand and have a real understanding of how the financial market works and how to trade the forex markets properly and be constantly profitable in the markets throughout your trading career. So Thank you very much. And also, don't forget to like, share, put your thoughts and questions in the comments section. And I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.